Hey, Ross. Hello, mate.
Hey, Benjamin.
I'm going to pour myself some tea.
It's a tasty treat.
Oh, it is. Oh, I didn't strain it. Oh, well. It's going to be more than a tea.
It's a
bit of a
leafy
snack now.
It's a leafy brew.
Yes, very leafy. How you going, mate?
Hey, Ben is what it is.
Yeah, but...
You need to think of one for me.
What's up, Ross?
Oh, not much, Ben. Just sort of hanging out on a sweltering Tuesday.
Yeah. Summer ends and then we get the hottest heat of the last 4 or 5 months.
38 degrees, and I am popped a molly.
You popped a molly?
Popped a molly.
During the day?
I'm sweating. No, I didn't pop a molly.
Fuck, jaw's been swinging all day long. Yeah, I had the shittest sleep I've had in a long time last night. I literally got like an hour or two, and I was just tossing and turning and just like that whole sheet off thing and fan on.
I can't sleep without anything on top of me though.
Ever?
No. I need some sort of covering. So I always go...
Oh, you can't sleep with nothing on top of you?
No. I need something on top of me.
Yeah, it's definitely a comfort thing.
Yeah.
But it turns out last night was the hottest night we've had in over 2 years.
Wow,
yeah.
That's a hot night.
It's a steamer. It's a sultry evening.
It feels like a sauna in here.
Yeah, it was unpleasant to say the least. I'm fucking tired today because I had to get up for work at 6:30 and I had like an hour of sleep.
That's shit house.
Yeah.
Did you tug it?
Did I tug it?
Yeah.
What, when I couldn't sleep?
Yeah.
I mean, I considered it, but I was like, I'm probably going to feel worse.
I always, it's either
I ended up reading.
Yeah, reading's good.
I read, yeah.
Or a nice bit of cold water. Just to refresh the palate.
I considered a cold shower as well.
Yeah, also a good move.
I should have done that, really.
None of this counting sheep shit. We got real sleep remedies here.
Yeah, cold
Chamomile
shower.
tea? Licorice tea as well.
Warm milk.
Just so you have nightmares.
Nightmares? Is that...
If you have dairy at night, it gives you nightmares.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. That's
Did not know that.
Someone fact check us.
Fact check that, bitches. What'd you get up to this week? You went to Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting.
My sister got married the other day.
Nice.
To Farmer Phil. Oh, should I say his name?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Phil. That's like... not giving away too much there. Farmer wants a wife style?
Yeah, it was really like that.
He's got a dairy farm, right?
He works on a dairy farm.
Oh, works on a dairy farm.
They own a nice piece of land now, which they're going to start a hobby farm on, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
So you got to play around some alpacas. They're weird animals.
No shit. Hey, did they spit at you?
No, they didn't.
They're so weird.
They were just afraid of us. We tried to herd them up to the house on one of the last days, and the way that they run is weird.
Yeah.
The way that they look is odd.
Man, they're the craziest animal. I ran into some of them in Belgium, just out in the wilderness, and they just stormed up to the fence.
Aggressive alpacas.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't mind that for a band name. Sorry.
Aggressive. How many band names are we going to get today? Let's see.
I don't know.
We had 4 last time, I think.
It's all about the sort of chat and sort of alliteration is pretty much key. But sorry, just tell your alpaca story.
Well, you know how they kind of exhale sharply and it's like they're about to spit, and they bare their teeth at you?
No.
No? You haven't had that from the alpaca?
These must have been friendly alpacas.
Oh, okay. It's kind of scary, but it's hilarious because they're fucking weird animals.
They're goddamn awful. Where are alpacas from?
Oh, space, man. I don't know. Not from here. Fucking, that is not a creature of God's.
I'm sure some smart-ass editor will put the actual answer there.
An editor? Oh, yeah.
That's us.
Yeah, well. Don't give too much away, but we do everything on this podcast. We're not just... the anchors.
No.
We're also the production team, the lighting team.
Yeah, so it was a beautiful country wedding on their property.
Did you milk any cows?
Did I milk any cows?
Yeah.
No, but I have in the past. I worked in the dairy.
Have you done that thing where you put your ass your ass against the cow's ass?
And then you shit back and forth?
Your hand in the cow's ass?
No, I didn't have to do that.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I really wanted to. They just wouldn't let me. They saw I was too eager. I was like, Ross, settle down with this cow's butthut.
I work in coffee shops, and they have this...
Skinner, I know you do.
Yeah, but they don't. And they have this coffee waste bin, but it's nice and long, and that's where you knock the
Yeah, the
used
grinds into
grind into
yeah.
it after you've finished pouring a steaming brie. And like it's like tall and thin and hot and warm and gross. And I feel like I've stuck my hand in that before.
And that's what it's like.
I feel like that's what a cow's arsehole would feel like.
Yeah.
Is that tall, skinny basin of old, warm coffee.
I imagine it's a lot
Ground.
slicker than that.
Grinds. Slicker than you reckon it's
I reckon it's slippery.
less grainy.
Mm.
Yeah, probably. But they eat a lot of grass, so it's kind of probably got a bit of grain in their shit, you know. That's why I think it would
Any
be similar.
farmers, maybe we'll hit Phil up
Yeah.
in post-production and actually ask
Maybe we can get Phil as a Skype guest or...
what is the inside of a cow's anus feel like? Or if it's just a vet. We just call up a vet.
Yeah, we could do. Email us if you're a vet and you'd like to inform us. Is it not similar to old coffee grind?
Wait, maybe we should go to a vet with that coffee bin and be like, is this a cow's anus?
Close your eyes.
Almost like a game show, like,
Yeah.
cow's anus or not?
What is it? I love it. But sorry, I keep cutting you off with your wedding story. How was the wedding?
Good. They
Out in beautiful country Victoria.
Yeah, good. They got married.
You know, it was funny. Well, not really, but just coincidental. It was like, I was at work and
In country Victoria.
I was at work and one of my bosses was like, oh, you were away. And it's the same time you were away. He's like, yeah, I was over for my sister's wedding in Victoria.
Holy shit.
And I was like, oh, my friend's over there for his sister's wedding. Do you have a brother?
No.
That's pretty coincidental, right?
Yeah. How could two women be married in the same area with relatives from Perth?
But I mean, the odds of that within my friendship circle.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's pretty odd.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Did you ask if you knew me? Oh, it wasn't the same wedding.
No, it clearly wasn't.
Still
the
trying
same
to figure it
wedding.
out.
But I was like, fuck, does Ross have a brother? I was like, no.
Nah.
He definitely doesn't. I thought maybe one of your sisters had converted, become trans or something.
and become your boss.
Yeah.
And you didn't recognize him.
Entirely different features.
Yeah. No, it was a good wedding, man. It was a really good wedding.
That's good. What was some highlights? Run me through some highlights. I'm fucking sweating, by the way.
Me too.
I don't know if it's the heat or
I
if
think
it's...
I'm sunburnt as well, so it's like double hot.
Sunstroke. Fuck. Maybe we'll get a aircon on for when our guest arrives.
I doubt it. Maybe we should just make him sweat.
Maybe.
We should call this the high heat, low heat podcast because it's definitely our temperature-wise our hottest one.
Definitely, yeah.
Content-wise, it was Loretta. That was our hottest one.
Goodness.
Highlight of the wedding was probably me vomiting red wine into my hand and then just holding it there, not knowing what to do because I wasn't compass at all. I was just standing out front of the bathroom door, just holding red wine sick in my hand.
Oof. There must have been other elements part of the sick because like you
Dinner.
can't really cut and hold. Yeah.
Dinner was part of it, mate.
So it was kind of just like a red, lumpy concoction of what you ate and what you drank.
What I ejected from my body.
Beautiful. So that was a highlight. So it wasn't your sister finding the lover of her life.
It was me
and
being
swearing to him
a
for the rest of
weird
her life.
drunk idiot, I guess.
Yeah, that's always a highlight though.
Yeah.
It's always a story. Why do you reckon you got so drunk?
Red wine, man.
Was it a celebratory?
Yeah, I was just having fun.
Happy-go-lucky
just
sort of
drinking.
style?
Yeah.
You're an upper, mate.
I'm a party sort of guy, sort of style.
Mate, it's your sister's wedding. That'll let your hair down?
Absolutely, and I did.
Fucking nice.
I had a red wine stain 5 minutes into it that like all the way down my shirt, so I just pushed my tie to the side as to sort of cover it
It's
up.
a dangerous drink, isn't it?
Yeah, especially wine glasses aren't designed very well.
No, like
You
it
can't
doesn't nozzle out
you
into
can't
your mouth
party
or
with
anything.
a wine glass. You know what I mean?
Fuck no. I mean, it kind of does cup up at the top. At least it's not like
But still, it's so open.
you know the like cocktail cups are probably worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least the
like
wine.
a martini glass. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That would be.
You couldn't party with that.
No way.
Just sit at a table and flirt.
And that olive with the toothpick, like that's a
Dangerous.
hazard. So dangerous.
We're getting through some issues here. Fuck, I am sweating.
It is hot, and I don't know if it's entirely the heat. I think this podcast is, by nature of its name,
Simmering us, cooking us.
cooking us from very slowly from underneath. feel like I'm on fire. How's this podcast doing? So hot.
That's just
Hot topics.
instant crowd reaction we want from that.
Yeah.
How's your week been, Ben?
Probably not as interesting as yours. My cousin from Russia is over.
Oh, yeah.
Arrived on Thursday last week. So that's been something out of the ordinary that's happened in my past week. But otherwise, it's sort of run of the mill. Doing I'm okay for now. Thank you, though.
Sorry.
Yeah. Just working my ass off, saving that moolah.
Big money boy.
Yeah. But no, it's been nice. It's been a relaxing week otherwise.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad for you, Ben.
Thanks, dude. Yeah. Really enjoyed my week. I'm glad you checked in with me. It's been nice.
Any content? No content.
Well, I think it's been relatively boring apart from my cousin coming over.
Yeah.
What did I do on the weekend? Not a whole lot, to be honest.
You're off partying for the moment. You're back off the beers.
That's right. Yeah. That's sort of my style.
On and off.
On and off.
But when you're on, boy, are you on.
Oh, boy.
It's scary. When you're on, it's skin
Yeah. Look, it's scary.
Sometimes it gets to that point.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Well, that's not why I'm off it, but I'm a man of extremes.
You are.
I'm one or the other. I'm like a light switch.
You are.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's no in between with me.
That's such a dope nickname.
The light switch.
Oi, light switch. You don't like that?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that
it's
a lot.
cool. All right.
Can I call you that from now on?
Sure.
Give me a light switch.
But can you call me the light switch?
No, I think "the"'s too arrogant.
Man, it's not an arrogant nickname. If it was like the king or something, I'd understand. Light switch. Okay. Fair
Light
enough.
switch.
All right. Cool.
Or lighty.
Or what about switch?
Switch?
Yo, switch.
That's cool.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not black enough for that name.
We're back on transgender. Yo, switch.
Fine. I just finally give in. One day I'm a woman.
Well, you look like
All
a
this
woman
peer
from
pressure.
behind.
So I've been told. Yeah. I've had that a few times. Like back in the day at clubs, people being like,
Or just like...
tap me and I turn around like, shit! Thought you were a chick, mate.
Or maybe they're just so blown away by your masculine beauty.
Hey, man, I have no idea how I'd ever be misconstrued as a woman.
Nah, you do have a man's frame.
Yeah.
Unlike myself.
Hear that? Fucking bullies?
Stop hitting on me. Please.
Fucking... I'm like one of those Me Too girls now.
Oh.
Hashtag.
Oh.
It's happened to me too. Fuck, that's kind of... I did not mean that in a
Would you
sort of like...
explain the meaning of a Me Too girl?
A girl that's...
Nah, don't do it, you dickhead.
Why not?
This is approaching territory you don't want to approach.
Is that's sort of like mansplaining? It's like
yeah.
explaining what what they're being victimized for. Hey, but it's not gender specific, right? I've seen some dudes do the Me Too thing on Facebook as well. And one of the guys at the end was like, and if you ask me what happened, I'm probably going to tell you what to fuck off. Don't post it on fucking Facebook, then.
Also, watch that
Jesus.
tea. Don't scold yourself. Ooh.
It's lukewarm these days.
Oh, good. Yeah, we did.
And by these days, I mean like in the past half hour.
It was
Those
brewed a
things.
while ago.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sweating.
Mm.
What else is interesting? Labor Day was yesterday.
I didn't do anything for it.
You know what I realized?
What?
I don't know what the fuck Labor Day is. Does anybody? I swear we have a bunch of public holidays and nobody knows what the fuck for.
Well, don't question it.
But do you know what Labor Day is?
No, absolutely not. Who does?
Dude, I have no idea what it is.
Is it a day
Does anyone know? That is that being ignorant, or is like everyone just like, yeah, Labor Day? Like,
Is it
Yeah.
a day that we get back for the labour that we put in all the rest of the year?
oh, that's very intuitive, Ross. Could be. I don't know. I worked yesterday, so that's...
You were
not-
labouring that day.
Yeah, so mine's kind of like against what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working Labor Day sucks.
Did you get any extra money for it?
No, I didn't. That's what sucks
That
a
is
lot
fucking-
about it.
that's
Because I thought
fucking-
I was going to get bulk cash.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting paid cash less. Cheeky stars. I had no say in the matter. I won't tell you where. we're from.
Outum.
Huh?
Outum.
No, I can't do that.
that's my work.
Mm.
I want to go back there.
Well, no, I'm gonna.
You almost did it.
Actually, me and Honzik. Oh fuck it, it'll come up anyway. Me and Honzik, our guest today. That's how we know each other from this job.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's how we know. That's how we met. And that'll be our guest. His name's Honzik. And when I went in to drop my resume off, he was for sure the smiliest dude I've ever, and the most like warm and welcoming sort of guy.
That's what you want. You don't want an old curmudgeon who tells you to fuck off.
No, but like walked in so like smiley, and he's that wasn't just then. He's always like that.
And where was that?
That was like 5-ish years ago.
Oh, that's cute.
And he was very much like, hope to see you again. And I did a little spit then. I wonder if that'll come up.
I wonder
on
if we
the
can
camera.
track that across the screen.
Dude, I would be amazed if we could. I doubt it, but yeah. So he was very nice, and I think you guys will see what I mean when he arrives.
Which will be soon, because this has
Be
been
very soon.
This has been over 10 minutes.
This has probably been a lengthier opening section, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's been over 10, and I started that when we were already in it, so it's probably
Okay.
been like 15.
I've
So when we
kinda-
come back,
I kind of enjoyed this section actually.
wow, I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad I could do that for you, Skinner.
mate, you do all sorts of things for me.
Settle.
Don't make me. I'm holding out for something better. Don't make me settle. All right.
This is too sweaty though.
Dude, I'm fucking. I think
we're so shiny. Am I shiny?
I want to see if we can
Like visibly see sweat
See-
patterns grow.
can we put like a photo of me and you up from the start of this next to each other? Just looks like we finished a swimming race or something.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see, but I don't think it's just the heat, man.
Nah.
It's for sure like the nervousness and pressure of hitting record. Do you
Yeah.
reckon?
Yeah.
Man, when I
It's a dynamic duo of.
dude, you look sweaty.
Do I look sweaty?
Yes. When we get onto like hot conversations,
You sweat?
my heart races, my face goes red, I sweat. Stuff that's kind of like, yeah, bit past the line, or like, you know, fuck man, I get that, hey. I get
Yeah.
the nervous sweats.
That's cool.
Anyway.
All right, so when we come back, we'll be sweating with the Zig.
Hell yeah.
We'll be putting him in this sweat box.
Fucking oath. See you soon, motherfuckers.
I miss you. Here we are,
Here we are.
back at it again.
Hello.
Welcome back, Honzik. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
No,
Oh,
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna do the form.
The formal.
Thanks for
Honzik,
coming.
It's
this
a pleasure
is
to be a guest.
This is our pleasure to have you.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
really
pleasure to
is.
be a host, really.
Yep. Yep. Let's talk some shit.
Yeah, all right. How's your day been?
Pretty chill so far. Yeah. I mean, it's
Come on, mate.
it's always hard coming back from a long weekend.
It's got to be funnier than that, Zig. What are you doing?
Oh, it's been completely mundane. Like it's been very unexciting until knocking off work.
Yeah.
And yeah.
How's the new job? You got a new job now.
What do you do?
Yeah, new job, fabricating. So we work with making shit out of plastic. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so there's like a laser cutter. Basically,
A
go from cutting
CNC machine.
CNC machines. Oh yeah,
Molding
all
machines.
around.
Oh,
All
don't worry,
around.
I'm in the biz too, mate. Don't you worry about that.
Oh yeah,
you boys
boy,
have lost me.
yeah. But
This is way too esoteric.
the really good thing.
Esoteric?
The really good thing about it though is it's a very good crowd of people. So they say that
It's not
often
what
your
you
work.
do,
It's not what you do.
work
It's who
with.
you work with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
That kind of ties into how I know you.
Wow.
Boom.
Pizza on Cambridge.
Feeds on Cambridge.
Get ready to get educated.
Yeah.
We'll leave a flag there and come back to that.
Okay. All right.
Because that's there's definitely some yarns there.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So you fabricate.
Yeah. The owner of the business is actually a friend of my mum's. So he was originally a client of my mum's.
Yep.
Very good bloke. Really good bloke. Very savvy businessman. Treats people very well. Knows how to look after staff and customers.
That's what you
But
want.
occasionally goes on some pretty crazy rants.
Yeah?
Not like a rant, but he'll start saying some very like he's a bit of a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, right.
Oh, we
One of
like
those
them.
types.
Yeah,
They're
so
great.
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
but it's great
Oh,
though
yeah, he is.
because you know who doesn't love a bit of mind opening
Yeah.
in the workplace. So
Yeah.
that's always pretty good.
So what sort of
Conspiracies are
mind
fun.
grenades does he throw out? Like,
We can talk conspiracies. They're fun.
So
they're fun.
yeah, we'll be talking about like the centralized banking system.
Oh, the
It'll start.
Rothschilds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Rothschilds gets mentioned many times a week.
They would.
Yep, and they do. And
That's kind of like the conspiracist that's watched Zeitgeist and
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
informed about all the
Yeah,
world's
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up shit now.
I did ask him if he'd seen his Zeitgeist. He's like, oh yeah, it does ring a
There's,
bell.
there's,
Yeah.
there's far redder
Like,
pills
you
than
would,
the Zeitgeist.
you would like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're talking about centralized banking. It started with just some day-to-day talk about banking or like
Banks are pretty cool.
yeah, they help us out, but
Pretty
but
necessary.
they're on our asses, and then it doesn't take. Thank you.
Tasty treat.
It doesn't take long for the conversation to spiral out of control
Into
and
conspiracy.
into like reptilians and shit.
Oh my God, that's
Oh,
great.
really?
Yeah.
So he's like, he's a lizard person, people. He's a lizard people person?
yeah. Well, I was trying to sort of like test
Usually
him
this
to
is-
see how far his like conspiracy theory sort of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
how far it actually went.
Not a lot of people wear it on their sleeve if they're a
He started
conspiracy
talking about
theorist.
Rothschilds. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, he's into his conspiracy theories. Okay, like let's. I was like, oh, yeah, it's like basically saying all the banks are all run by the Rothschilds and the Illuminati, and
That's what it
Right.
is.
And I'm like-
yeah.
It's
I'm like,
deep.
oh, okay.
Who are we
Have you heard
then?
of the reptilians? It's like, yeah. Reptilians, they're the Anunnaki. They're basically
Holy
all of
shit.
the Illuminati and the Rothschilds. They're all reptilians.
Reptilians. Oh my God.
And I was just like,
oh, he
Oof.
genuinely believes this as well.
oh, well,
Or he just likes to like pretend.
don't know.
Not pretend.
Like
I
how
don't
many?
know.
How many?
Because
consider
he's
it.
a very rational person
Yeah.
who's running a very successful business.
Yeah.
And then occasionally he'll just get on a tangent, and you know, when you're talking about reptilians, it's like, oh, gee, like, and half of it is sort of you're thinking like, oh, this is fucking crazy. You're talking about
Yeah.
reptilians, man. And then the other half of you is like, oh shit, maybe he's just more open minded than me.
Yeah. There's always that. hey.
Maybe I'm wrong.
That's a good way to be though, to have that sort of questionable
Yeah.
mindset. It's
But
like,
there's no reptilians on Earth.
Who do you know? Well, yeah, yeah.
It's like
reptilians.
how many flat earthers out there are just there to fuck with people. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I
Flat
suggest.
earthers are very fun
Yeah.
to watch and take the piss out of.
They're crazy people.
Oh man, I had one on Facebook.
Mm.
That was a friend.
Oh really?
Direct contact.
Like
how
it-
close?
So
a
you
friend?
were in
No,
messaging
just
each other.
just a Facebook friend.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
I couldn't believe that someone within the circle of my Facebook reach
Yeah.
was a
Someone who's seen the horizon
a
was
gen-
like, the Earth is
genuine
flat. It's
flat
not a
earther.
globe.
oh man, and I was like reading the, you know how it kind of spirals into a Facebook argument.
Mm, yep.
A social media war, and you just like sit down and
With
just
a
like
whole
spend
bunch
the
of-
next
with a whole
hour.
bunch of-
Yeah.
And like no, they don't know you're there spectating.
Mm.
It's just kind of like anonymous spectating this thing unravel in front of you.
You're a creep,
Yeah.
Skinner, for real.
Thanks, dude.
Just watching people argue
Yeah.
online.
It's interesting,
Watching
man.
conspiracy
Do you not do
theorists.
that?
I like the way you slunk down too. You're like, get a bit closer. Like, oh,
Yeah, I just sit down in my
Tell
chair.
me why the Earth is flat. Tell me.
Sit down in my chair.
You're off my charades team. That was horrible.
What, you didn't?
I would
You
have
weren't following?
I would have just gone straight into the wanking. No, I followed, but there's
No, I was getting the.
the lotion. Yeah,
pump,
yeah. There's
Okay.
just quicker ways to get into it.
Yeah, I kind of felt the dead air while I was doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, either this sucks or they don't get it.
It's like, oh shit, man.
Pull out.
Back there again.
Never pull out.
Yeah, but the Earth.
There you go. That's
The
bit-
Earth
rather-
may, in fact, be flat.
It's not.
Arguably.
Arguably, yeah.
Are you a flat earther?
No,
Okay.
no. I enjoy listening to their reasoning though, because they've got like a few little favorite examples that they use, like ships going over the horizon, that type of thing, and the fact that you
How
can-
do they? Yeah.
No, no words.
There's a very select few examples that like
They reckon they just drop off
Well, they reckon. Well, if the Earth was round,
Yeah.
the ship would sort of like lose height as it goes over the horizon.
It
So it's
does.
like going
It
over the
disappears
horizon
from the bottom up.
and yeah, it disappears from the bottom up. Yeah, you know exactly what's up. But if they they do these
I love how you're
experiments where they
defending
get
flat earthers now. We'll put you in such a tough position.
Hey, he's just.
they get
You're gonna-
these,
you're
they
gonna
get
have
these
to defend-
experiments where they get like long lenses and like film like boats going over the horizon. They're like, look, it didn't disappear bottom up. But
How did it just?
But
It
it's
just
like-
dropped out of view, or
no, it just kept, it was like really far away. And it was you
Oh.
could still see like where the ship met the
Oh, I
met
see.
It
It
just
just-
the ocean.
it just went until you couldn't see it anymore. It just shrunk in
They
size.
didn't even go that far though. That's the thing.
Oh, so
But they've just
But
got
if
a
you
few.
keep going up and up and up and up and up, you can just keep. Like you could film it from space, and if you're at the right angle, it looks
Yeah.
like it's going straight.
Yeah,
So-
that's all.
So
all it's about.
defend the
Maintain
reptilians now, Honzik.
it doesn't go
Um,
up and up and up. It just keeps going.
No, but like if you changed your level, like if you stood from a higher plane, you'd be able to see a little bit further.
Yeah.
But it's still disappear. I'm not defending those flat earthers. That shit's fucked up.
In my degree, part of what we like in every practical
That's right,
unit
you
that
were
we
a-
did, you basically have to correct for the curvature of the Earth in every
Yeah.
measurement that you take. Otherwise,
Absolutely.
your measurements don't work out.
Exactly.
So we're basically
Case in point.
proving the spherical nature of the Earth every single prac that we do, and like we actually have a number for the
Yeah.
you know the radius
We've seen
of the
it.
Earth at
So-
specific points because it's not spherical, it's flat.
Flat earthers are humanities students, essentially.
Yeah, yeah,
Flat earthers can't do math.
Yeah.
yeah. I just love the abstract models they come up with for the universe though,
Mm.
where they're like,
Like
yeah, well, so
Antarctic.
the Earth is flat, and then the satellites and like stars and stuff are
Oh.
like going in like a disc, and then the moon goes in this like weird like figure eight kind of
It's a
thing to explain like the
but they're
lunar
It's a fun
cycles, and you're
thought
like,
experiment, isn't
Yeah.
like, well, it doesn't really make as much sense as a spherical
Yeah.
like universe. It's just like all these health
it? Being so committed to the idea.
Yeah.
You have to figure it out.
But I feel like a lot of these flat earthers, what they're trying to put out is they're trying to get people to think outside the box.
Yeah. Right.
I feel like there's a select few that are like, look, it's not about the Earth being flat or not. They're just
Yeah.
getting
that's
people
right.
to
Question
like,
everything.
yeah, question their
Everything.
beliefs.
It's kind of a metaphor, right? Flat Earth.
Yeah.
Like, they're like. go
But
to
then there are some people
flatearth.com.
that are literally that are
just
just
believe
like
it.
just believe it, and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, the Earth's
And that's
fucking flat, dude.
that's the opposite of that question everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you
That-
just
yeah,
believe that
exactly.
the flat Earth, you haven't questioned the fact that the Earth
then you're
is
just believing the
Yeah.
new fact.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Goddamn layers. Classic
Yeah.
us, man.
This podcast is an onion. Goddamn.
Yeah. Well, that's the first leg
not,
on.
Not crying yet, though. We'll wait until we get deeper.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there will be tears.
Some of these stories. Let's maybe jump off the conspiracy train.
Yeah.
Brief-
No, it's a bit of a
briefly.
can of worms to open up.
It's a red pill.
Diving straight in.
You get some fucking power.
Do you know what's got the X factor? Salted caramel.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
There was
Is that a drink?
a
caramel
point-
with salt on it.
So we did a hike in the Stelling Ranges with a couple of mates, right? And it was like a 3-day hike, like pretty intense. We basically encountered a water shortage.
Oh, I like
And-
this story.
Put a stone in your
And
mouth.
we woke up. Yeah, if only that could hydrate you. But we woke up in a cave.
What for us?
So it's
Put a stone in your mouth?
So you suck your saliva, it hydrates you.
Bullshit.
No, 100%. It's one
Is
of the
that actually a
yeah,
thing?
so you put a stone in your mouth and you keep sucking your saliva, and essentially you can drink your saliva and it hydrates you for longer.
But isn't
why
it?
not just look at something really tasty and just do the same thing?
But you're.
Ugh.
It's the same fluids that are in your body. You're not adding anything.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
But
to
you're
me.
not losing anything. You're not getting dry mouth, you're constantly swallowing.
But you may as well just
Dude, that's
not
not
be
a
selling.
thing.
It
not
is
be
a thing.
selling.
I
Not a
promise you
thing.
that is a
Not be
thing.
That
I
is
promise
not
you
a
it
I'm
is
with
thing,
Ben on
dude.
this one.
That's
Fucking
a thing.
fact checking that later.
Yeah.
Please, you're gonna
Alright.
eat. You
Okay.
Do
fucking-
some
Alright.
research.
Would
Next
you like-
podcast?
What would you like
we'll
with your words?
disprove
Fucking
you.
pineapple? Would you like pineapple on your words, mate? With your humble pie?
All right, mate. We'll see what happens.
We'll get Flat Earther on you, and we'll drop some mad evidence.
Both of you
Some
boys
mad-
need to read a book, all right? You can put a stone in your mouth and it helps your survival.
Dude, I hope you're wrong because you're pretty adamant about it.
I'm
being
not
right.
wrong. I'm not
Okay.
wrong.
Alright.
Here's an improvement on that. Instead of a stone in your mouth, put a tab on your mouth. And then that'll
Is that what you
help
did?
you.
Is that what you
So,
did?
Yeah, we woke up in this cave, and you've got this beautiful sunrise about to happen. So, what do? It's about to come up. You drop a tab so that you're coming up at the same time that the sun's coming up.
And then you get hot and sweaty and you're out of your mind.
Well, and then you sort of realize the magnitude of like the hiking day that you've got ahead of you.
Yeah.
And you realize that, the water that you've got on you may not be enough for the rest of the day.
So you put a stone in your mouth.
So you're...
I'll stone you in a minute, mate.
Yeah, you start reaching like the points where you're like really,
Thirsty.
rationing your water, and you're fucking thirsty.
Yeah.
You're so thirsty. And then you all bust out what you think is like the great idea. You're like, oh, what food do we have? First thing that catches your attention, salted caramel dark chocolate. Yes.
That's the worst idea.
Like hands down, the worst thing that you could eat on a water crisis.
Just so thick and like...
But we all were just like, oh yeah, crack that out, looks good. We're all just like thirsty.
Dude,
we
that
didn't
would
even
kill
think that that's like the worst thing. Like dark chocolate,
That would kill
but
me.
also add some salt and some sugar.
Was it nutty
like-
as well? Because nuts need a lot of water to digest.
Yeah, I think it has some nuts in it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's literally the worst thing you could have
Yeah,
eaten.
Well,
in a
so
water
literally,
crisis.
hands down the worst thing you could eat in a water crisis. But we enjoyed it, and then we're like, after we'd finished it, we're just like,
But it was great.
oh man, we're so thirsty.
Yeah.
Oh
fuck.
shit. And then,
Either that or an ice cream.
and that was my first experience with
Yeah,
the
ice
salted
cream would be
caramel flavor.
Mm.
And then when we were like driving back home that night, my mate bought like the salted caramel flavored milk, like the chill, salted caramel chill or whatever. And ever since then, I started seeing like the salted caramel flavor everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, salted caramel, it's a thing. Because
Yeah,
like a few
right.
years ago, it was like a thing.
Yeah.
It was like everywhere.
So you survived the water shortage.
Yeah,
Long
but
story
like that
short.
was my first exposure to salted caramel, and I didn't know salted caramel even existed
Existed.
before that.
What a salted
but-
caramel story.
Yeah, yep.
Where were you when you discovered salted caramel, Skinner?
Dude, I'd have to say it was an ice cream or something.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that springs to mind. But I know like raw balls.
Mine was on a
have salted
3-day
caramel flavours.
spelunking trip, and then we all dropped MDMA as the water was coming down. And
Oh,
then-
you too?
No, I'm just
Fuck,
kidding.
that's a
No,
coincidence.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just fucking...
No shit.
Hey, that's
thought I
what you do
believed
with
you?
salted caramel.
Absolutely. You believed I was a Jew?
He convinced me I was. He convinced me that I was a Jew. No, that he was a Jew, but
Yeah.
he wasn't.
I'm not.
Salted
Yeah.
caramel is
Delicious.
everywhere.
Salted caramel. It
Spearmint
is.
milk, also delicious.
Well,
Yeah, so maybe spearmint milk will be the next one. Like,
if
maybe
spearmint,
if we end up like eating something really spicy on our trips, and just like I need something really cold and refreshing.
Gotta get some
and
of
my
that-
breath
Chase that down,
stinks.
and my breath stinks as well. It's like, ooh, spearmint milk.
I might run into Maddie up here.
Yeah,
Gotta stay fresh and milky.
yeah, fresh and milky.
Fuck, did you know milk's more hydrating than water?
I did not know that.
Nah, that's a bullshit.
Nah. Fuck.
That's more far-fetched than a stone in the mouth.
Milk, from my knowledge, is more hydrating than water.
We'll see
More
what the
thirst quenching.
vegans have to say about that, and the flat earthers.
Mate, I didn't say cow's milk. All right, we'll fact check that too. I hope I'm right.
no,
and you're
no
wrong.
disrespect
Oh, I
to any.
can't wait to see your face when we Google this as soon as we put the mics down.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. We've got a
Google
bit of
survival
fact-checking to do.
survival tip stone in the mouth.
Dude, please, I want you to tell I think the most interesting story that you've told me.
I know
is
the
it
one.
Hitchhiking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Please
actually
tell
told
that
that to my boss earlier this week. Yeah, earlier this week.
So it's not going to be too
Sorry,
dry
last
to
week.
tell again.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
I love that story.
This is a great
Go
story.
for it, Zig.
So there was a mate of ours that was staying down in Dunsborough, and then Creepy and I were like working at the pizza shop, back to POC. We're at POC one night, and we're like, yeah, what if we go visit Drew on the weekend? And this was on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know, it's kind of like a lot of petrol money. Like, only one of us had a car at that point. I had like a $600 Suzuki Swift shitbox at the time. Like, oh, yeah, fuck that. And I'm like, what about hitchhiking? So, Creepy had hitchhiked a fair bit in New Zealand. I'm like, yeah, well, let's give it a shot here. Like, do you reckon it'll work?
And-
We're both like,
And for
well,
all you international viewers, hitchhiking's not a thing in Australia.
No,
no.
we murder a lot of hitchhikers actually, and backpackers.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the Japan Massive, by the way. Yeah, anyway.
What's that?
Just to the view, saying hi to the international
Oh,
viewers
right,
in
right,
Japan
right.
and
Yeah, yeah.
all
We've
over the
got
world.
we've
Our
got a ton
Rus-
of those.
Risky viewers.
Don't worry, they'll show.
Yeah,
they'll
you
see it,
my
mate. We've got
risky.
heaps.
Oh, I like that.
So back to
You said you decided to hitchhike.
Yeah. So we decided to hitchhike. We're like, well, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
See if it works. Like, what better way to try than just put your thumb out on the side of the road?
Yeah.
And the aim was to get down to Dunsborough. So we caught the train down to Mandurah, put our thumbs out, and within 10 minutes we'd had a ride. It was just like this very easy bloke. It was just like, yeah, I'm just going around with mates for a sesh, mate. Yeah, well, I'll just drop you off at the freeway. No worries. And I'm like, yeah, sick. Jumped in. Yeah, he gave us a lift to the freeway from Mandurah Central. Easy. So we walked up onto the freeway. It's like 40-degree heat. Put the thumbs out again. Wait,
This is during the day.
Oh, middle of the day,
Yeah.
like 40-degree day. It was fucking hot.
Far out.
And
Sweatier than you are now.
yes, way sweatier.
Is it even possible? I'm fucking.
Put the thumbs out. Within 10 minutes, a van, like a combi van stops, like the 80s combi
Oh,
vans,
really?
the boxy ones. And it was like some backpackers who were going down south. And they let us in. They're like, yeah, we just stopped because we felt sorry for you because it looks so hot out there.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, cool. And then they had a dog in the back of the van. It was just like walking around and everything. And they're like, and then they lit up a joint, but they were just passing it between the two of them. We're like, man, it's so weird. Like anytime you light up a joint, it always goes around.
Yeah.
So it was very strange. They were just keeping, but they never passed it
Like-
to us. So like, yeah, fair
Super
enough.
generous, but then not at the same time.
Yeah.
Like you can have my secondhand smoke.
Like
Peasant.
if I were in that position, I'd light it up like either after if I wanted to keep it for
Yeah.
myself, or I'd light it up there and share around.
It's kind of like
it's
eating
kinda
food
weird.
in the company of someone else and not offering any.
Yeah, in the company of
It's
someone
just
who's
not good.
starving.
It's just not good sesh ethics, really.
No, it's not. It's not.
Take
But,
two and pass.
You know, they were cool. Like at the same time, they picked us up and they drove us a long way. So
Yeah.
like, you know, we can't complain. It was just an interesting observation.
Yeah, it is.
And then, so we had a few more just incredibly successful
Hitchhikes.
trips. Yeah. So we, you know, it just worked. Like within like 5-10 minutes, we had a lift,
That's
and it was like surprisingly successful,
yeah.
and easy. And we're like, fuck, this is good. Like, fucking, you can't. You know, we couldn't be defeated at this point. Like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. The word is out.
Riding the
We can get
high.
anywhere.
riding that second
then we
hand
had-
smoke.
Yeah, riding the second-hand smoke. Yeah,
Yeah.
riding the high.
Yeah.
And then
Caroline.
we had an old lady who was well experienced, well versed.
In what? She showed you a thing or two.
Mitch!
Yeah,
Just saying a name in the middle.
Three.
Yeah.
No. So the thing about hitchhiking is like the people that you meet that are open enough to pick up a stranger on the side of the road.
It's not all they're going to open
Usually
up about.
pretty fucking interesting people.
Yeah.
And that goes both ways.
So
Yeah.
this lady.
So this lady had picked up hitchhikers on the way back from Port Hedland and stuff, where it's like a different game. Like if you pick up a hitchhiker there, like
You're driving a long way.
You're driving like
Yeah.
in the car for 10 hours with them.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, well, you know, I'd always just pick them up and open myself up to the universe because, you know, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And, you know,
She's
things-
expecting
we're
the
like-
hatchet
we're
to
like-
come down. Eh?
we're like, does it worry you that something will happen, you know, that someone will attack you? Or she's like, oh, well, I'd like to just open myself up to the universe and see what happens and, you know, leave the fate up to, leave it
up
leave my
to the
fate up to
reptilians.
up to the reptilians.
My
Yeah.
reptilian overlords.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, she commanded a bit of yeah, we respected her for what she was saying. And,
Yeah.
and, you know, we were just getting this mindset of like, fuck yeah, man. Like, that's what we're doing. We're
Yeah.
putting ourselves out there. We're being vulnerable and, like, accepting the experience and everything. And, you know, like, the universe conspires to make it all good for you.
Does this lady
And
blow
so
you
we're
or
just
what?
like, yeah,
Come on.
man. No, but she took our 6-pack of ciders that we'd bought. She didn't take it, but we
Gave it
forgot
to her.
them.
Oh, okay.
We didn't give it to her. We accidentally forgot them in the car because we were having some good chats with her. We got out and she drove off, and you know she'd given us all this like life. She had a very much like an
Yeah.
old wise lady vibe,
Like, fuck yeah. We get out, we're just like, man, if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It's such wisdom.
Just enlightened. Just
yeah. Like, man,
I
such
get
a
it
wise
now,
old
life.
lady. Yeah.
But what if you don't
And
want to
then-
go?
Then we get out and we put our thumb out one more time. And this guy pulls up
Skirt.
and he's just like, this is Bustleton. We're getting to Nunsborough. It's
Busso.
like, fuck, one more ride. This is
Yeah.
the home stretch. It's been so good so far. And this guy's like, he's like, yeah, boys, get in, yeah. And we're just like, fuck yeah.
If it's my
And
time to go, it's my time to go.
yeah.
Skirt.
And he's like, and we realize like when he's driving through the roundabout, like, you
going
know,
erratically.
you sort of, you follow the like, follow the bend and then go
He
straight through.
don't.
He just goes straight through. Just like nearly hits the curb. Just, and he's just like, yeah, like fucking slurring his words. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, boys.
He's blind.
And then we realize he's got a Jack Daniels and Coke in the
Glove
cup
compartment.
holder.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, he's drinking at the wheel. But we realize like there's like he's not just drunk. Like there's something
Yeah,
else. There's
something's
something
up.
else. Something's up. And he's just talking. He's just running his mouth. He's talking like heaps of shit. And he's like very like, yeah, man, like fucking.
We're going to Dunsborough, baby!
Dunsborough, fuck yeah, boys. At this point, I'm like, yeah, this guy's kind of weird. And we told him how we left our ciders in the old lady's car. And he's like, oh, don't worry, boys. I'll get you to the bottle. We'll get some more. No worries. So we're like, yeah, cool, man.
Rubs the fucking
And at this
bottle.
time, we're like, this guy's sick. You know, he's
Yeah.
a good bloke. This guy's sick.
Yeah.
And then we go to the bottle and you know, they asked us for our ID and we showed them the ID and he got all weird. He's like, oh fuck, oh, are you guys under 18 or something? We're like,
No, we just looked
so we're
young.
21 at the time, and we're like, no, well, all right, we're 21.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, you're full of shit. He's like, nah, you I
paranoid
don't
as
believe
hell.
you. And he'd split from being like a very cool, like, fuck yeah, like
Yeah.
kind of bloke, to like being very serious all of a
Holy
sudden and
shit.
very weird, like very bipolar in that way, just like. And we thought it was joking at first.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you guys are 18, aren't you? It's like, yeah, man, yeah, we're 18. Because he saw us like fucking buy the drinks and show the ID.
Yeah.
It's not like, yeah, we're 18. He's just like, he like stops the car and he's like, you're fucking 18, get out of the car. It's just like, whoa, man, like, what's going on? It's just like, no, I was just joking, man. Like,
Yeah.
we're 21. And I had to show him the license. Like, yeah, we're 21. At this point, we're like, yeah, maybe we should get out of the
Getting
car with this
sketchy
guy.
right
A little
now.
bit sketchy. We had no idea.
Wait. Okay.
So, we're driving a bit further, and he's like, "Oh, sorry. I've been up all night. You know, I had a big one. I lost my wallet last night and everything." And I was just like, "Yeah, fair enough." And he told us this story. He'd been out all night, and he's like, "Oh, well, since you guys are 21, you guys are like familiar with drugs and stuff, aren't you?" We're just like,
Little bit.
yeah, sorry. And he's like, "Oh, well, you know, I work FIFO and, you know, just got back a couple nights ago and, you know, we had a big one at the Cass and, you know, I've been up all night and everything." And it's like, okay, yeah, this guy's a crackhead.
Yeah.
And not to mention, before we got in the car, I saw him quickly grab something that was on the driver's
glass
seat
Barbie.
and like quickly like hide it.
Oh, baggy.
And at first, like, I didn't really like register it until
That's
it sort of clicked later. I
Yeah,
was just
later
like,
on.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was hiding something fucking sinister.
Yeah.
And so we're in the car with him and he's like, yeah, well, I'll take you guys to where you're going. And so at the same time, you know, after a long day of hitchhiking, we're like, oh, well, it's kind of
Convenient.
tempting to just,
Yeah.
get to where we're going. So we're kind of like trying to like judge
Fuck
him,
it.
you know, is he going to actually take us there or is he like fucking nuts?
Yeah.
And, yeah. And then he started talking to us about his night before and, he's like, yeah, fuck, the misso's gonna be pissed off. Yeah. Like, yeah, I haven't told her that I've been out and we're like, shit, man, that sucks. And somewhere amongst that point, there was another bit where he flipped like to crazy man. He's just like, get out. And
Again.
and then he's like, no, come back in. I'll just take you to Bustle Highway and you can catch on a lift there. So we're like, okay, yeah.
Fucking hell.
And then he drove into like a little residential sort of village where, yeah, one of those new like housing developments. And he's like, yeah, fucking, you know, you're familiar with drugs, it's all right. And he pulls over and he like pulls
Drug
out his
deal.
little baggie and like chops up a line of speed on
Holy
like meth or something on the center
shit.
console. And then he's just like,
racks it.
Just racks it, yeah. But then he leaves like half a line. He's just like,
Your turn.
it's like, boys, this is for you guys.
I don't want any of that shit.
And we just look at each other and, went on about that stuff. But we look at each other and we're like, just for the spirit of the story, we're like, if there's any time, like, we're going to, like, rail speed, like, this is, why not? Like, this is the time. Because we were both so,
Caught in the moment.
like, how fucking absurd is this? Like,
Yeah,
does this
yeah,
happen?
yeah.
Does this even fucking
You're just
happen?
like, is this real life right
So
now?
we're like, let's just roll with it, man. Let's see where this fucking
Yeah.
roller coaster goes. Fuck
yeah,
it.
I've been in that mood, in that sort of space before.
where
Yeah,
something's like,
you just roll
you're
with
in
it.
Such an
Yeah.
absurd situation.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck, let's see where this
Yeah.
goes.
What colour was it, if you don't mind me asking?
Blue.
Kind of like whitey brown,
Okay.
not the clean stuff.
Yeah.
the dirty.
It was brown. It was probably speed.
Yeah, it was.
Don't ask
it
me
was-
how I know that, Mum.
I would have said it was. I would have said it would be like the dirty stuff.
Yeah.
So we had the rest of it, and then he drove off, and he went through a roundabout. This time he hit the curb and like, fucking like nearly crashed and stuff, and it was sketchy. It was like, man, you should not be driving. And then he basically decided he was going to take us home to his house because his wife was angry
And you
that he'd
guys,
been out,
and you could calm it
but
down.
we were the alibi.
Yeah.
So he was coming up with a story like, oh, I picked up these guys, these hitchhikers, and we went out on the town and had a few beers. So this was his story.
It's
He
your
was gonna
fault
tell his
now.
wife. So he's going to use us as
Yeah.
as a story, and we're just like,
Oh,
it's kind of not
shit.
cool, man.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he's like, yeah, I'm going to take you back to my house, you're just kind of like, yeah.
Oh no!
You start like sort of planning, how are we going to get away?
Yeah.
It's not like, is
Just
this
have to
guy going to drop us off?
You have to
where
throw
we're
a
gonna go?
right
It's kinda
hand and
like,
see how
all
quick
right.
you can run.
Yeah. So he gets to the door of his house. He pulls up at his house, and we're just like, "What the fuck is going on?" And we're starting to sort of feel like a little bit of an effect off the little nugget that we had, and then
Bit edgy.
yeah, and then he rocks up to the door, and his wife you can just hear her just like
Bollocking
echoes
him.
through the down the road, like what the fuck? Where have you been?
Holy shit!
We just look at each other, and I remember I told Creepy like before we got out, I'm like, grab your bag, grab your bag, just like in preparation to run. And we just hear it just go off. Like we actually walked up to the front door, and this like huge dog came out, like a Ridgeback or something, and we're just like, this is probably a good time to fucking
out of-
leg it. Yeah. So we legged it, and we fucking ran like pretty fast. We just ran down the road. Ended up this lake thing. I've got a good photo of that actually. we thought we'd gotten away.
Can you send it to me?
Yes.
We'll put it up.
Yep. We're just chilling out, and we had because we went to the bottler, we got those beers, and we had one of those beers. We're like, yeah, let's just chill out here for like half an hour and then go catch another ride.
Yeah.
No
He
worries.
found you.
We chilled out there, had a beer, went out, and this was the first time in the day we're not finding a ride.
Wow. That young Honzik sure can spin a tale. It's left me with so many questions like, is he going to find a ride? Is the meth head going to come back? Is anyone going to watch this part of the podcast? I guess you'll have to stay tuned to find out. Cheers. Oh, it's all soy sauce this time.